Hi guys, I'm Stefano from Web Your Mind and welcome to the 7th lesson of the Laravel 5 course. In this lesson we will talk about controllers. In this lesson I will explain how to integrate business logic into Laravel. If you remember, in the previous lesson we already met two controllers, orders controller and menu PHP. I use this lesson to remember you that with the Laravel 5 the directory structure changes and the controllers are no more in the controllers directory but now are in the app/http/ and then controllers. So to create a new controller, let's go to the app/http/controllers and create a new file. Let's start by copying the first row from a previously created one. So let's create a new file in the controllers directory. Okay, paste it and then close the curly brackets and give to the controller a name. So let's call it new order controllers. Perfect. Now we are going to add a method to this controller. Let's call this new method, for example, show menu. So public function show menu, curly brackets, and then we are going to declare a variable, a menu variable, and it takes as value for initialization value returned by a new our new menu model. So we are now using Eloquent to have to get query to the DB and have the result as a result all the menu object in the table. I think there are at least 2 entries in the table in the table of the database, so we will see the result in a few minutes. Now we are going to return the view that we will use to display the result of our query. So return view. This takes 2 parameters. The first one is the view name. We are going to create it in a few minutes, and the second parameter is an array. We are passing the menu list, so the name of the element of the arrays will be menu list, and I'm using a single quote instead of double. It's a question of style, of preference, and then the parameter, the value will be our $menus. So what is missing? It's missing the view and the route to handle the request from the browser. We will do right now immediately. Let's see how the view is composed. To speed up the course, I've already created it, but as you will see, there is nothing new. There is nothing more than what we already done in the lesson when we talk about templating and view. So basically I have included this section and I use for each iteration on the menu list. What is menu list? Is the parameter containing the array we've seen just a minute before. We are looping on this list. I remember that item is the single, we can imagine it as a single row from the table menu. We have a column called dish, that is the dish name, and we are now telling Laravel to display each name, the name of each dish contained in the array. Once again, I remember that with the Laravel 5, directory structure has changed, and we can find our view file under resources views, and here we have the menu blade. Okay, what we are going to do now is to create the root. I've already done it, and we have a root group with prefix menu, and then inside we have a root get with the name all, listening to the keyword all, and as a second parameter it takes new order controller at show menu. Show menu is the name of the method of our controller, new order controller. So let's see the notation used here. We have the controller name, new order controller, at, and then the name of the method show menu. Okay, I think we can try to test our work. So pizzeria slash, then we will have the group prefix menu slash all. Let's see. Okay, perfect. There's an error. So let's take a look what maybe happened here. New order controller PHP at line 7. Class conformo HTTP controllers conformo menus not found. Probably we have a namespace error here. Maybe I forgot a slash at the beginning of the import of the menu of our model class. So add slash added, save the file, and then take a look to our work. So okay, we have the menu list. So we have the title, and then we have the list with pizza marinara and pizza margherita. We have, in fact, as expected, we have 2 entries in the database. So we have 2 entries here in the list. I'm gonna show you now a couple of ways to apply filters. First method is using the root. We can apply a root a filter here by changing the second parameter into an array and adding a new element. So first of all, let's give a name to the controller used. So we have uses and equal arrow equal greater than sign. And then let's add a second value to this array. And we using a middleware as a keyword, and auth as the name of the middleware used to to apply to this root. Auth is a middleware that came with Laravel, and simply is an authentication middleware filter. So it checks if the user is logged in. On the contrary, it redirects to a login page. So let's have a look, refresh the page, and then we have a login page. Okay, this is the default page. It is very poor and there is no CSS attached. But this is not a problem for us because we are now trying to understand how it works. The second way I want to show you to apply a filter is to add a constructor to this controller and call inside call the middleware. So public function double underscore construct, and then $this arrow middleware and guess auth, the same method of just seen before. We have to save the file, and we are going to change back the roots PHP as it was before, removing the middleware filter here. Okay. I think there is a square brackets, delete it and save. And now let's try to test our work. So pizzeria slash menu slash all, and then you should have the same page, I think, but we have an error. Let me see. I think I understand. I think where is the mistake? There is something more here. Okay, let's delete, save, and then reload. And now we should have, in fact, we have the login page. We are redirected to auth/login views. I think we can call it a day and see you on the next lesson. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to our channel using the big red button in the bottom of this page, or leave a comment, a suggestion using the social in the right corner. Bye and see you on the next lesson.